Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now, this could be a podcast about how you've had missed opportunities or others that you know have had missed opportunities. This could be a podcast about why waiting to invest is actually costing you. This could be a podcast about the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And if you didn't, then, you don't have a full grown tree today. This could be a podcast about wish we'd done it. Had we done it, what could have been the difference? But rather, let's make it a podcast about lessons to be learned for the today and then seeking inspiration to do that which is necessary within the inspired action realm. If you're looking to purchase a property in the Dubai market, whether you're listening to on Spotify or YouTube, there is a link somewhere to reach out to us, probably link in the description, and you can click and fill up a form that will allow us to know you better, for you to know us better, and then we can actually help you. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon, and obviously share some any questions you might have in the comment section, and perhaps your story as well on what's happened, what's good that's happened, what's not so great that's happened, especially with regards to Dubai real estate. Look, Dubai real estate is a young story, right? Like, it's a very, very young story. If you really think about it, I don't want to create any kind of fear of missing out for those who've not invested in the last 10, 20 years. But Dubai is a very young story. We're only about 20 plus years, 20, 22 years old. Like, how do I say this? Dubai as a city's been there for a long time. The United Arab Emirates has been there as a country for a long time. But Dubai opened up its laws for expats from around the world to own a property in Dubai barely about 22 years ago. So, considering that, it's a pretty young place, right? Like, if you had gone to the US, and let's say the US has been around for 200 plus years, and you could probably look at land like that was bought certain places for probably pennies, right? For cents on the dollar. Like, not even cents, perhaps, right? Land that was that's today in the commercial centers of Chicago or New York or California and so on and so forth. This land, if you had bought in the earlier days when there was nothing around, you'd probably be paying literally nothing, right? Compared to what you'd end up paying today. But the point I'm trying to make is that with Dubai being so young, I don't want you to feel that you've missed out. However, I would like to share some stories to give you a little bit of an idea of the background of where I'm coming from, because I was born and raised in Dubai. I've seen a lot of families around me who are born and raised in Dubai, have been living here, and I want to give you a little bit of a background on their stories. So I want to share a story of somebody from 2013. I remember this gentleman, doctor, professional, and he was based in one of the other GCC countries. So just to give you an idea, GCC is about 6 countries: Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, and Bahrain. So he was based in one of those other countries, and he approached me and he said, look, Fahd, I'm really thinking about investing in Dubai. And we went through the process, and we ended up liking this one apartment in a specific community in Dubai. And as we got to know each other back in those days, like this is 10 plus years ago, back in those days, in the early parts of my interaction with my clients, I was younger in terms of experience. I didn't know them and their life story too well. And it was more about real estate. Now it's more about the person. Now it's more about helping the person, right? So back in those days, I think on my 3rd or 4th meeting, I discovered that they had already gone through the Dubai trying to buy phase 1 year earlier. So they were in Dubai from one of those other GCC countries, and it's a smaller GCC country, and they looked at Dubai real estate. They thought about buying here, but then they said, okay, well, should we not? And they ended up not buying. And then they came the next day, and when they started looking to next year, 1 year later, when they started looking to purchase, I think the prices were about $100,000 to $150,000 more for the similar kind of apartment that they could have bought earlier. So long story short, they ended up actually closing on a property, an apartment in a very good community in Dubai. And I still remember something that happened that day. So I had a seller who had about 10 apartments that they were selling. 10. That's fine. But because they were selling 10 apartments, there was a lot of movement in the market from other people who were looking to buy those apartments. And what ended up happening was that I still remember that we liked something, I think, on the 9th floor or the 11th floor. And by the time we moved in to close on the transaction, which means to buy the apartment, what ended up happening was that particular apartment was either rented out or sold to somebody else. Fair enough, it happens. And I still remember getting on the phone and telling them, like, I was younger back then in terms of real estate experience. I told them, like, ooh, shucks, man, that the apartment's gone. What am I going to do? But there was another similar apartment just 2 floors below available. And I told them, like, sorry, guys, missed out. That 1105 apartment's gone. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. It's sold. And then he turns around and said, like, look, the one that's 2 floors below is available. And then he said, boom, done. Let's buy it. We're done. The thing, the thing that I'm trying to narrate to you is when you leave it too late, you kind of like almost are in a position where you can't then make solid, slow decisions. Like when working with my investors, I always tell them, like, listen, take it easy. Make a decision when you're convinced. Make a decision when you're completely on board with what and how you want to invest. Don't do it before that, right? But sometimes if you're too early in the stage or too late in the stage, and the prices have gone up and are going up, and had you bought 1 year ago, it would have been $100,000 less. But as a Muslim, we say, look, there's no I could have, should have done it. It's all what's written. I believe in that. So I don't want to create that sense of urgency and loss within you that because you're not taking action, this happens. I'm just saying that when the time's right, it will be right. Get prepared, get into the system, start working with experts like ourselves, start getting educated so that when the time's right, you'll be in a better position to take that call and make that decision. Okay? There's another story, and this is the story with a lot of people in Dubai. I've been in Dubai for 40 plus years, and I know a lot of other people who've been in Dubai for 40 plus years, but they never invested. Like the first boom and bust cycle came, the 2008 global financial crisis. It was a global financial crisis. It wasn't a Dubai crisis, by the way. Just FYI, Dubai just happened to got stuck in the rut or got stuck in the wave, right? But Dubai recovered very fast, alhamdulillah, and we moved on. And what ends up happening is they saw that and they saw a lot of people get burned, so they stayed away. Then came the other uptick, which was from 2012 to 2015-ish or 16-ish. And again, they never got involved. And again, they stepped back. Then came the pandemic. And what they started realizing is they're not leaving the country. They're staying here. So if you're not leaving the country, you're staying in this wonderful country that you call home, because it is home for a lot of people, expats and so on and so forth as well, then why not invest? And then I've got clients coming to me now, and they've been in Dubai for 40, 50 years, and now they're taking a call and saying, look, we've been here too long. It's time to invest. I would say still, if you do come in, work with experts so that we can take you through the process in a more humble, slow down way, gradual way, so that you know that when you're investing in a good property, and you're not suffering on the property that you're investing in. And at the same time, I would also recommend that when you do find that right property, then take a call and do invest, whether it's a home for yourself or a property. In the long term, look, you're going to need a property, a roof over your head to live. So might as well not be actually bound or tied to a landlord and always be dependent on the landlord's mood swings and maintenance schedules. Do it yourself, own your own property, get on the property ladder. So if you've not invested yet, that's fine. Don't let it cause you any regret. However, there is a potential of waiting can cost you. So if waiting is costly or might, if stories I've shared with you and you perceive that it might become costly for you, then take action. And the way you can take action is there's a link below. You can click it, fill up a form, get in touch with us. We can actually guide you. We've got advisors on board who will take you through the process of helping you buy the correct property. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon and share your story, your journey. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Bye for now.